Alrighty. So I'm going to do this. Oh, I need to melt this butter. 4 tablespoons.
So you're cutting 4 tablespoons.
Yep.
And you cut 1 large onion already.
Yep. Now I'm melting the butter in the microwave.
For how many seconds?
I don't know. So it was melted like 30 seconds.
20 to 30 seconds maybe?
Yep. So while I'm waiting on that to melt, I'm going to go ahead and take my onion and throw it in here.
Okay, great. So you got the onion.
Chopped up.
1 large onion. We have butter that's being melted. And that's going to go in with our, what goes in next?
While the butter is melting, I'm going to get about 3 cloves of garlic. I'm going to eyeball it though. A little more garlic. Garlic never killed nobody. Check the butter. 30 seconds. I'm going to add sour cream to this.
Okay.
Butter. I want to add about a tablespoon of sour cream.
Okay.
Nice little tablespoon of it.
So let's get into the bowl, just see what we have in here. We got the onions going, we got the sour cream going, we got the 3 cloves of garlic, and now we're gonna add
Cream of chicken.
cream chicken soup.
Campbell's. Don't buy no cheap cream chicken soup.
Market. Look, we're not promoting no. It's super soup. Super soup. So you can use any cream of chicken soup that's available. Oh, is this a gong?
No, I just gotta get everything off the stove.
Okay, I was just wondering because you was hitting this like we on some type of game show.
Alright, and I'm gonna pour in a bag of shredded hash browns.
Yep. And that can be whatever your preference is.
Yeah, this ain't gotta be name brand.
The other one didn't have to be name brand either, babe. What difference does it make?
Alright, and I'm gonna do 1 more bag. So you wanna do 2 bags of this.
Okay. So we got 2 bags going here. This is bag number 2.
And don't mind all my wife's alcohol in the background.
They can't even see that, so I don't know what you're talking about. They cannot see that. And excuse me, all the alcohol, those are wine. Okay?
Okay, so, oh, excuse me, honey. So I'm gonna take out a big mixing spoon. Take out my Fed spoon, my wooden spoon, which I really like.
He just likes it because it's cute and it reminds him of his grandma. That's why he bought the spoon, literally.
So you want to well incorporate this before we add this butter. And before we add the butter, I am going to season this because we don't do bland food.
Yeah, we're gonna put a little kapow or something in it. Put a little something on it.
You want to well incorporate this.
So you're doing that to just make sure that the onions are in there.
Onions, the sour cream is mixed in. The cream of chicken is all mixed in here. You want to make sure it's all mixed in very well. So I would say mix it for a few minutes. See? You want to get it all mixed in. A spoon here. Want to keep on mixing. I say do this about 4 times. So you clean the spoon off. You want to make sure everything is incorporated well. And actually, before I pour the melted butter in, I'm going to add cheese. Now, usually I prefer to shred my own cheese, but because I'm not shredding my cheese today, I'm going with a store-bought one. Store-bought version.
This is supposed to be like a quick meal, so this is great for parents when you're trying to come home and just get something in the oven. In our case, this is our side tonight because we actually went to one of our favorite spots here in town and grabbed some chicken. So we are gonna have this on the side tonight. But it could really be done as its own. You could throw some meat in there.
So I'm adding about a teaspoon of black pepper. I love black pepper, so I would say about a teaspoon and a half.
Maybe
you can use white pepper if you don't want the color in there. I'm also going to add some salt, just a little bit.
So we're going to use the kosher salt because that is a little bit better than like the iodized table salt. I don't even know anybody that still uses that in food. Like, so he's grabbing an array of different things that we probably should have had in the video on the side, but we do what we do here on this channel. We wing it. We new to this, but we gonna be true to this eventually one day. We'll be like real professional with it, but for now, we're just giving it to y'all real how we really kick it up.
Teaspoon of kosher salt, just little. You light sprinkle this because you don't want to over salt it. Remember that the cream of chicken already has salt in it. I'm also going to do a little bit of Cajun seasoning on this. About a teaspoon of that. Give it some nice color. We'll do a little bit of lemon pepper. A teaspoon of that. I'm going to do some oregano. About a teaspoon of that. And last but not least, last but not least, about a half a teaspoon of Lawry's.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say Lawry's. Just say seasoning salt, baby.
You got seasoning salt. You got seasoning salt. People picky about their seasoning salt.
Okay, so
we use Lawry's.
Yes, we do use Lawry's.
And before I even mix that in, I'm gonna add my cheese. So I'm gonna add.
You giving all type of free sponsorship out today, ain't you?
I'm gonna use cheddar jack, blend of Monterey Jack cheese. So I'm gonna use cheddar jack. Nice little handful of that. 3 different cheeses in this today. I'm going to use regular cheddar. And I don't like fancy because it's too stringy. So I'm using about a handful of regular cheddar as well.
So when we say fancy, we're talking about the way that it's grated. Because if it's fancy, it's just more fine, and for some reason when you put it in the oven, it doesn't like melt as well. It melts.
It's just really stringy.
Yeah, it melts.
Some people like that. I don't like the stringy cheese. I don't like it to be too stringy. And then last thing I'm gonna add is white sharp cheddar. Get another handful of that. Right. And we want to mix all of this in. So this is a mixing pot.
So you're just stirring it around, making sure that it gets all the way through the hash browns, basically, so that you have cheese in every single bite. That's the goal.
Cheese and seasoning.
Cheese and seasoning, I should say, in every single bite.
Alrighty, that's pretty well incorporated. Now I want to add this melted butter. Excuse me, honey. Again, this is 4 tablespoons of melted butter. So I just want to go ahead and add all that in here. Thank you. Goodness, you sitting there filming, being an assistant.
Alright, excuse me? I'm doing my part. You doing the most right now. You getting beside yourself, sir. You do your part and whip it up in the kitchen, okay? That's what you do.
last but not least, I'm gonna add just a pinch of chicken stock in here.
A pinch? A pinch?
I would say a swivel.
That's more than a swivel. That's like a swig.
So
You added a swig of chicken stock into there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that will probably be equivalent to like 1/3 of a cup if we were trying to do measurements. So probably like 1/3 of a cup of the chicken stock, aka a swig.
Yes. Just a taste yet to be. Shout out to Pop Williams. Okay, so now leave that there for a second. We gotta grease our pan.
All right. So we're gonna be greasing the pan.
And the oven is preheated right there.
Yeah, I did. I preheated that for you. See how team works? Like I did that.
Did you preheat it to 4?
Yes, I did.
Thank you.
Yes, I preheated the oven to 400 degrees for you because I'm an awesome wife. Literally awesome.
Wait for a second. So I'm gonna use just regular canola oil, and I'm gonna just put it in the pan, bottom of the pan. The reason I'm using regular canola oil is because it's gonna give us the crispiest results.
Okay, and you're going to be using
A paper towel
to kind of get that all over.
to spread
Now,
it all
why
over.
would you use this instead of say like a non-stick spray?
Because oil is gonna create a crispiness around the edges.
Okay, so this is your purpose behind this. Okay.
Yes. A non-stick spray is fine if you don't want it crispy. So yeah, just kind of go in here with the towel. Get it all around the edges. And then it also sucks up any excess that you would have.
Okay, great.
Great.
So we got that all done.
Yep, and
The oven is at 400.
cleanliness is next to godliness. So let me straighten up before I pour this in there.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah, sir.
Okay.
All right.
Here. Okay, so now we just want to pour it into the pan and top it off with cheese.
All right. Sounds perfect. So you're going to start scooping.
Yep. Scoop it and layer out flat. Oh, forget this. It's taking too long.
Okay.
Get all your goodness out of here. Alrighty.
This food is about to be almost, this dish might be almost as awesome and tasty. No, let me quit. Let me not say that on camera. Trying to keep it PG-13.
Awesome and tasty is what?
Nothing.
We'll find out later on tonight.
Don't say that during the food video, man.
I like to flatten mine out. Alright, let's top it. Now we just put a top of cheese on it. We're going to use sharp cheddar.
And granted, we have a lot of cheese in the hash browns already. So at this step, you can go as little as you want or as much as you want, because
I like the color.
depending on like what you're going for, you don't have to use as much. If you're just, you know, wanting to add a little bit more of a crust to the top, you can go really light. Don't forget the corners, baby.
I know.
Because, you know, that's like my favorite part. The edges are my favorite. So I'm going to make sure I get some cheese on the corners.
Just for you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. That was very loving.
edge.
Okay.
I'm just going to deck this out on the edge, just the rest of this.
Okay, perfecto.
Yeah, it's ready to go in.
Okay, so we're gonna put this in the oven, and it's going into the oven at 400 degrees for how long?
About 30 minutes.
Okay, so
All right.
30 minutes, and we're gonna put it in there, and we will be back
Alrighty.
with the finished product, y'all.
Take a picture.
Here's before, and here is after. Okay, we'll see you guys in 30.
So this is the finished product of our hash brown casserole 30 minutes later. We'll taste it in a minute. Hash brown casserole made by me. Player. Here you go. It's cooled down now. I'm gonna take one of her corners.
No, you better not.
I'll take the other corner.
You take the other corner, buddy. You doing the most.
Look at that cheesiness and goodness and gooey-gooiness. So we're gonna go ahead and put that on our plate.
Doing the most, man. Come on.
A little bit extra.
Okay.
There we
Now,
go.
come on. You making me get you out of the frame. You're so tall, man. This is what happens when your husband's way taller than you. Can't barely even. Okay.
See that?
Yeah. Okay.
Goodness.
All right. So let me taste it. Let me see what
about
it's.
to.
Taste it. Taste it. Taste it.
Here we go. Cheesy hash brown casserole.
Okay, go ahead, taste it. You see how it's looking.
Super hot. Fire.
Well, let me.
Glory.
Shondo. Let me.
This is fire.
I need the spoon to be brought to my lips so that I can see how it really tastes. So it's gonna be my turn in a minute. Just no. Just yeah. I'm not gonna be able to be on camera because I can't do two things at one time. But I can get a serious yeah.
Open wide. That's a good. Yeah. Flavorful.
That's
seasoned.
delicious.
Yes.
That's really good. Okay, good
See
job,
how she
babe.
licked that spoon clean?
Don't do that. That don't do.
Deuces.
All right, bye. Peace and love.
Peace.
See you next time on the commute.